real-time advertising is targeting someone in proximity to a location. So that can be if they're in a location or if they're in the surrounding area and you want to drive footfall.
So it's about making the user aware of a bespoke offer to them and actually trying to get in the consideration set and drive them to that store.
This is great to be used for low consideration purchases. FMCG, retail, anything impulse buying is really great for real-time targeting.
To actually be able to alert people within a particular radius of an event, of an offer, of a tailored opportunity that may exist for a targeted audience.
So when an ad call is made, there's three main bits of information that's attached to that ad call, which is the device ID, the lat long, and the IP of that mobile. And they're the three main data points that location vendors use in order to pinpoint that person to that specific location.
Where does the data come from? How is it collected is the first and most important question. So finding out about the technology and the methodology used behind the collection of the data.
You need to ask what is their filtration process and how are they actually cleaning that data. You need to make sure that your location vendor is using at least 5 decimal places from the lat long in order for it to be accurate.
But then also moving beyond that, it's about how it's stored, how it's analysed and how it's actually synthesised into a product, if you like, that is going to be usable by a marketer.
For a satellite, you need kind of 4 satellites to get the GPS, to get a clear signal. So we see that in a lot of, Sydney CBD, Melbourne CBD, because they're tall buildings, a lot of noise, you might get kind of a GPS coordinate that's 50 metres or 100 metres away from where you think it is.
Probably the key one that needs to be considered is scale. So if you're trying to reach a set of users in a particular location, even if it's multiple locations, a user in these locations, you need to consider that they have to have their phone open to reach them and they have to have a particular app. It's not a case of just being able to reach someone because they have a phone on them and they're in this location.
You have to take into consideration that they're going to be time poor. So they're going to be out and about, they're probably busy, so you want to make sure that what you're targeting them with is really snappy and it gets to the point really well. So anything, I would recommend display, any snackable rich media units, maybe a click to map functionality would work really well for real time, but something that gets the message across really nicely and really clear.